my life, there has and will be moments that I cherish as lifelong memories. Birthdays, getting married, having a child, hitting 100k subscribers. But all of those moments will pale in comparison to the feeling that I felt when I saw Yuji say the words domain expansion for the first time. Words cannot describe how long I have waited for this very day to come. The day where all Yuji haters would be stopped in their tracks. I mean, take a look at this, y'all.
But how? Where? How? How and why? How and why? Where did it come from? Huh.
The days of the punch kick merchantry are over. Yuji is a certified special grade sorcerer. So the chapter starts off with Hana getting ready to fire off Jacob's ladder. And with the way Sukuna was looking over here, you would think this was about to be the end. But before Hana fires it off, Sukuna hits the ground, spurring a multitude of debris. And after Hana fires it off, he uses it to climb Jacob's ladder. Unlike Yuta's domain where you can select the targets, this Jacob's ladder won't just hit Sukuna, but Toho and the brat, quote unquote, as well. Meaning that Sukuna should be able to scale Jacob's ladder with ease. Angel, seeing what's about to happen, tells Hana to get her bum ass out of there when Sukuna pulls up from behind. And she knows her career is about to be finished. Sukuna, pulling up from behind with a smile on his face, says that Hana is just a weak shell of a strong technique, like an egg. And losing one of her arms makes that all the more true. If you remember from Shibuya, when Nobito lost his arm, he wasn't able to produce the same amount of speed as before when he was fighting the Gon. So it really isn't shocking that Angel wouldn't be able to garner the same amount of output as she did back then. But goddamn, pulling up on the King of Curses twice just to get cooked each time is just downright diabolical. She really should have been in prison for that shit that she did back in 213. But this right here is just sad. She might just be the female version of Megumi, 2 peas in the pod, 2 pieces of trash in the garbage. Both got strong techniques, both love selling the bag, and both love helping the villains more than helping their allies. Before Sukuna is torn apart from Megumi's body, he plans on taking out Angel. But when he comes in with a black flash, it is Toho who comes in to save the day. And I don't even know if y'all realize how crazy this is. Toto's boogie woogie was gone, and Angel was high in the sky, so he must have did some crazy shit to get up there in time. And even Sukuna had to give my mans his props, calling him a real nigga and a true Jujutsu sorcerer. Sukuna sends them down, Toho laid out down here, and Hana slumped on her knees. It looks so funny here. And Sukuna saying that since Toho and Angel are out of commission, he can focus thoroughly on beating Yuji's ass. Huh, if only he knew. Then Yuji pulls up, all tough and shit, gliding through the air. As he readies up his punch, Sukuna realizes that he chased him down using the same technique that he did while tanking Jacob's ladder. And I'd be damned if someone tanked my ultimate technique while saying something. Wee. Then Yuji comes in, walloping this man with a crazy right hook, then getting on his WWE shit, grabs him by the ankles, and comes in with the diabolical slam. Send his ass down 6 stories without using any cursed energy. He locked in. As Sukuna gets back up, he's met and nearly destroyed by Yuji coming down on top of him. Got Unk over here hitting something crazy. Sukuna tries slicing him manually, but Yuji dodges that. Then he comes in with the left, which shouldn't be happening considering that his left arms are supposed to be gone. But as it lands, we see Sukuna back at full health. After unleashing another black flash, putting him at 2, the King of Curses regains his reverse curse technique output at last. And to say that Sukuna was happy about this would be an understatement. Both of his mouths grinning, one of them wide open. He's ecstatic. Sukuna says that unlike Gojo, he doesn't need to take risky moves. Risky moves meaning using a hollow purple to blow you and your biggest ops at point blank range. And all he needs to do is to wait for his technique to recover. This brat is no threat to my life. Hidden ass nigga. And he low-key starts cooking, grabbing Yuji's punch, putting it to the side. Then when he blocks his other attempt, comes in with his 2 free arms and finishes off with a knee. They out here hitting the Miyagi crane pose. But Yuji, as usual, doesn't even feel it. Gets down and immediately focuses on cutting the ground around Sukuna. As he slips while making this goofy face, Yuji comes in for a hit, but Sukuna easily dodges that. He's over here yapping about Yuji's technique. A dismantle that only targets the barrier between his souls and that bombs is a lethal technique to an incarnated type like himself. As he hits Yuji with a quick 2-piece, he says that don't matter though, since if it doesn't land, it's basically useless. Then he stops smiling. On the next page, we get a flashback to Gojo explaining domain expansions. He says that even though it expends a ton of cursed energy, it has its merits. First off, you get a stat boost due to the change in the environment, kind of like a buff in a video game. but the greatest asset to a domain expansion is that the curse techniques imbued within the domain are guaranteed to hit. And on the next panel, we finally see Yuji hit a domain expansion. Ever since I started making these reviews, I told y'all, chapter after chapter, he will get his time to shine, and that he would show us why he's the GOAT. And now, 256 chapters after its initial introduction, our MC finally showed us how it's done. I saw this pretty interesting post on Twitter the other day explaining that Yuji's hand sign is of this guy right here. I'm not gonna butcher his name. Who's a Bodhisattva, oh god, who is one of these, I'm gonna put it on the screen because I cannot say this for the life of me, that guides others to enlightenment before he does himself, which is perfect for Yuji considering that he puts others before himself as well. Through the switch training with Kusakabe, Yuji was able to learn the fundamentals of barrier techniques. Also, shout out Kusakabe and Wiwi. Yuji's gonna get the MVP award after this is all said and done, but these guys right here are most definitely getting first team all sorcerer. As Sukuna opens his eyes, he questions what's going on. And Yuji looks at him saying so, let's go buddy. And the face this man made right here has had me dying for 3 days straight. The way Gege was able to put all the feelings of disgust, shock, and amazement on his face at the same time is crazy. Yuji really went from having Sukuna telling him not to look up at him without permission, which is crazy, to sitting his ass down like a good boy and calling him to action. Who else is doing it like him? Y'all already know how I feel about this chapter. Easiest 10 out of 10 in my life. Even though Hana sold the bag and Toho was forced out of commission, that was so worth it just to see Yuji cook like that. The real question though is, what is his domain? The whole train thingy is kind of throwing off a lot of people considering it's supposed to have the shrine technique. And what is its name? A lot of people are saying it might be called Benevolent Shrine, you know, the opposite of Sukuna's, and that'd be pretty cool. But I think the next chapter might finally be the time that we see Hikari versus Ramen. I mean, why not? And considering there's a break after this next chapter, we can most definitely expect some nasty cliffhanger to come our way. Anyway, sorry for uploading this late. I had 2 strikes, so I wanted to wait until Sunday, so like they couldn't like say I uploaded before the official release, but I will upload on time next week. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I love you. Goodbye. Before we end it off, this video was sponsored by Anime Express. Anime Express has a variety of merchandise from all your favorite animes, such as Jujutsu Kaisen, Naruto, Demon Slayer, One Piece, and others. They got a variety of stuff and cool things such as hoodies, t-shirts, necklaces, and this dope ass sword over here. Personally, my favorite is the Choso hoodie, cause as much as I be hating on bro, this shirt is tough as hell. And if you want 10% off, use my code NOAH10 at checkout. Link in the description. And yeah, thanks for watching.